Let me say something else here before I get off here this morning. All right, I'm sick and tired of y'all damn truck drivers. All right, getting out here on social media talking about how you got jacked up on these here lease purchase. All right, all right. I'm sick and tired of hearing that. All right, cause you don't have to go that in that direction. There's too many good companies out here to drive for. All right, rather than getting into a lease purchase. All right, I've heard some good things about lease purchase, but I also heard some bad things about lease purchase. Okay, all right, but I've heard more bad than good. All right, it's a girl on I believe it's on Facebook, crying now. She was working with Super Eagle. Super Eagle is a company out of Chicago. They called me, the owner of the company called me and tried to get me to come drive uh, for them. All right. Yeah. Yeah. But they're lease purchase companies. There's tons of lease purchase out here. That's where a lot of the trucking industry they're going to lease purchase. All right. And why they're doing that is because they won't have no operational expenses. All right, for that truck. You, the lease purchase driver, will pay for the fuel. Okay, the maintenance. Huh? If you get a flat tire on the steering, on the drive. All right. Some of these lease purchases, they even charge you a fee for pulling their trailer. You got the you paying for your authority, your EFTA, your highway usage tax. I mean you got all the expenses that an independent driver have. You got all those expenses. All right, cargo insurance, liability insurance, comprehensive, all that, and your truck payment comes out of your settlement. All right, all right, and they lowball you on the rates. All right, because they're subleasing the loads that you pull into you. Okay. They acquire the freight from their brokers or either their customers. And they sublease that load to you. All right. You don't know the actual rate that they get from the broker or the customer. They could be getting $5 a mile. All right, for that freight, put in that freight. They might give you $1.75, maybe $2. See, but you ain't gonna be able to keep all of that because you got all these expenses. So you had to run like a dog. All right. To be able to bring some money home. And then whatever you do clear, all right, in your settlement, you can't keep all of that because you got to pay your own taxes. State and federal. Huh? So it ain't worth it. All right. But some of y'all drivers out there, you want to own a truck so bad until you go with a lease purchase, and if you do get to own the truck, you'll be done bought 2 trucks. Huh? And then some of the companies have a balloon payment at the end of the lease. Well, that might be a 5 or 6 year lease. Well, once you get to the end of it, you still owe money. All right, in order to get the truck. Okay, and you got a time limit on when you need to give up that money. All right. Though, if you don't, you breach the contract. Now you done lost everything. You done lost all the money that you put into the truck. See, and the reason why they have a balloon payment on the end of the lease, so they can take the truck, so they can keep the truck, because you ain't made enough money to be able to save up the amount of the balloon payment. The balloon payment can be anywhere from $3,000 to $8,000 to $10,000. All right. But if you don't have that cash money. All right. At the end of the lease, or if you can't borrow that kind of money, all right. Once that period of the balloon expires, huh? If you got 90 days or 30 days or 60 days to get up that money, and you don't come up with it, all right, then your contract becomes void and null. So they snatched the truck back, and they kept everything that you have invested in the past 5 years. Stay away from this lease purchase. You come out better. I'm just going to tell you, I've been in the trucking industry for 38 years. I started in 1986. You come out better being a company driver. Huh? You come out better being a company driver. As a company driver, you don't have no liabilities other than your personal liabilities out there, like food. All right, wash the pot of Clorox. But I carry all that stuff on the truck with me from the house. When I get home, I stock up on my food. I cook in the truck. So I don't have that much expenses out there on the road. All you gotta do is go to from point A to point B to deliver that load and get paid. It's a whole lot better, a whole lot less stressful being a company driver than being a lease purchase driver. And anytime somebody talks to you about a lease purchase, run, haul ass. All right, because in the long run, you're gonna get stiff, or it might start off beautiful. But eventually, they're gonna get you in the hole. Because a breakdown will put you in the hole. A breakdown that lasts 3 days will put you in the hole. Huh? If you get to a truck stop, if you deliver your load Friday and they don't load you Friday, and you got to wait till Monday to get loaded, or Tuesday, you're in the hole. Yeah. Now you got to work like a dog to try to catch up. It ain't worth it. So you don't get no breakdown pay as a lease purchase driver. You don't get no labor pay as a lease purchase driver. All that's on you. So I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, hey, you might want to stay away from these lease purchase deals. Yeah. If somebody talk to you about a lease purchase, don't walk. Run. I mean, as hard as you can. Haul ass. Put ass in their face. Go.